Woody Pitcat, Austin Koshinash, Anthony Cecily, Matt Swanson are your first two rows. Then you've got Ron Silk, Todd Patnode, 5th and 6th. Green flag unfurls. Round 16 of the open wheel Wednesday modified madness is underway. And Woody Pitcat trying to hang on to the lead with Koshinash on the outside.
He was the opener, the winner, I should say, at Wall Stadium this year on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. And tonight he is in the Stan Mertz number 6 here on the Seekonk asphalt. And he's trying to get himself away from those cars that are breathing all over him. And he's getting pressure here early on, right at the start of this event.
Koshinash settling in right up to the outside of Cecily. Cecily takes a look down to the inside as they race down into 1 and 2. Cecily looking for some of that lap leader bonus. Takes a look to the inside, but Pitcat is able to shut the door.
Here comes Matt Swanson right up behind as they go through 3 and 4 and get on the hammer down the front straightaway. Ronnie Silk's going to follow Swanson down low through 1 and 2, but that battle rages on for the number 2 position. Tons of pressure behind Woody.
Koshinash doing a heck of a job up on the outside, staying with the 6 of Pitcat. Settles in right behind down the back straightaway, nose to tail, battle for 4th. Here comes Silk down on the inside of Swanson off of 4.
Makes a good run down low going down into turn number 1. He's putting pressure to the youngster, Matt Swanson, and Silky goes into the 4th position. You got to be impressed with Koshinash.
He's doing a great job. He really likes his racetrack. One of the reasons he doesn't mind the 7-hour drive from Pennsylvania to compete in this open wheel Wednesday. Sits second. Meanwhile, Patnode takes over the 5th position. He slides by Swanson. Now comes the 82 of Holdridge down on the inside.
As you scan back through, you can see Sama starting to make a move, try to go to the outside to go around the competitor in front, but they pull right back in behind. As Josh Manfredo just pointed the flag to someone out here on the front straightaway. Side by side as Silk goes to the inside, and he moves by Koshinash and takes the number 3 position.
Silk up into the 3rd spot, closes in on that silver 66. Look at him try the crossover move from the top to the bottom. Down to the inside he goes. Koshinash doesn't know what hit him. And here comes Silk up into the number 2 spot.
And Bob Short's car's been to victory lane here at Seekonk Speedway before with Matt Hirschman. But right now, down the straightaway, Koshinash. In that number 27, right behind is the number 66. That's Koshinash. Daniel Bills, Pennsylvania is the home base. But Anthony Cecily is in that number 27. And he's another one that's a front runner down at Wall Stadium. And the guy can drive a race car.
He certainly can as he sits in that 3rd spot trying to hold off Koshinash as they come across the stripe to complete lap number 14. Ron Silk trying to go back to back in the Bob Horn 50. Takes a look to the outside as they roll down into 3. Battle for the lead off of 4.
Nice run here in the Bob Horn number 50 coming up to the top on the front straightaway here. And trying to make a bid for the lead is Ron Silk. So he wants the point here early on. And Woody's just going to let him go. Let him skate away here with 16 laps up on the board.
Field stretching itself out around the 3rd mile, getting themselves into a rhythm. Some drivers laying back, saving their tires. Others, they're going for it. Deep in the field, the 82 of Rob Murphy down on the inside, sliding past the 48 of Johnny Kay. He's got the 7 of Sharon right with him as they roll off of turn number 2.
Just scanning back to see if we've got anything developing with side-by-side competition. Not seeing anything, although midfield there is, but Les Hinckley's trying to work his way up through. He's entering the 3rd turn. Go ahead.
Chuck Osfeld's caught up on the outside. Ronnie Williams has slid by in the 25. Here comes Calvin Carroll in the 25. Both cars putting him back a couple of spots into the 12th position behind him. They are vying for position. The 573 of Andy Jankowiak. Right behind him, the 88 of Russ Hersey, who's making some noise coming up through the field. And the 92 of Anthony Nocella as they settle in deep in the field.
Bob Horn Racing leading with Ron Silk, the Norwalk, Connecticut veteran, picking up the ride in the number 50 car and doing a real nice job here early on. Ron's having a good season, as we told you earlier. Those of you that don't follow modifieds or don't have access to the information like most people do on the internet, Silk having an outstanding season on the Whelen Modified Tour with Kevin Stewart and the Stewart operation out of Lowell, Massachusetts. And this is a good fit right here with Silk in the number 50 car. He's going to be catching up to the back of the field here in a bit. Could make it interesting, Kevin.
And a little deeper in the pack, you've got the 9 of Tommy Barrett. You've got the 92 of Anthony Osella right in front of the 76 of Kirk Alexander, as Alexander had to grab a fistful of steering wheel that last time off of turn number 4. Right now, single file around the Speedway. They have spread themselves out around the 3rd mile, and the leader, Ronnie Silk, trying to go back-to-back in this event.
Passing flag being displayed to the competitors as they come down in front of the race leader. 27 laps are up on the board right now. And Woody Pigcat solid right now in the 2nd position in car 6. And then you've got the number 27 car, Anthony Cecily, the New Jersey driver, running in the 3rd position. Tasha Nash is running in the 4th spot, the 66. And how about Todd Tatnode, veteran driver from up in New Hampshire, is running in the 5th position.
Jerome in the number 7 continues to work himself up through the pack, started real deep. Now he is battling with the 21 of Les Hinckley right behind, off of turn number 4, the 76 of Kirk Alexander. They race down into turn number 1. They are about just over a straightaway ahead of your leader as Silk is about to encounter lap traffic. One car already a lap down. That is the 7 of Sharon.
Your leaders coming down the front straightaway. Pigcat in hot pursuit, trying to catch up to the number 50 car.
Trouble off of 2. Rollins in the 0-2 going around off the 2nd corner, bringing out the first caution. 31 laps into this one.
Jeff Rollins in the 0-2.
And the 16 of Colby, along with Rollins, Sharon, and one other car. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Ronnie Silk leads the charge down into turns 1 and 2. Pitcat settles into the 2nd spot as Patno tries to work the outside, coming off of 4.
2 long-time racing veterans in modified race cars. A 1-2 as they work their way into the 1st and 2nd turn. Pitcat trying to give chase. Got some good racing going on behind the 3rd place car, Cecily, as they side-by-side compete off the corner. And you got the Swansea Oil Special on the outside. That's the number 24. As Todd Patno continues to battle with the number 82. And behind the wheel is Rob Murphy. An impressive run early on here for the newcomer to the Tour Type Mods.
Down the backstretch they go, and Matt Hirschman has just cracked the top 5. Hirschman in that red number 60, right up on the back bumper of Holdridge. He's got Rocco on his tail working that inside lane as Patno back slides on the top side. Here comes Swanson. He's the next one up to the inside lane.
Scanning back through side-by-side racing. Patno continues on that outer groove, but he's getting beaten up on the inside. Here comes Swanson to give him a go as they head into turn number 3 and through the apex.
Matt Hirschman winding up that wick just a little bit, slides right by Holdridge. He's up into the 4th position now as he starts to close in on the 27 of Cecily.
You kind of wonder when the 25 Williams is going to maybe ramp it up a little bit. We'll see where that is around lap number 50. That's what he did at Claremont, and we'll see what he does here now.
Settled in right underneath Patno. That is the battle for 9th and 10th as they roll down the back straightaway. Williams up into the 9th spot.
Williams just went by Patno. Patno ran on the outside for quite a few laps. I think he's where he wants to be right now on the inside. Might have used up some rubber up there.
Russ Hersey has been making some noise coming up through the pack. He has cracked the top 10 as he currently sits 8th on the field.
Swanson makes a move. He goes inside the 82 car, battling side by side for the spot, and he moves by. Russ Hersey wants to follow him, and he does. Whoa, contact. Sparks flew off the number 82 car. Rob Murphy. No harm, no foul. He continues on. Nerf 5 contact.
Trouble down the front stretch. Carl Medeiros goes for a slide down to the infield grass. Caution is out for the second time, lap number 43. And this time for a single car spin, the 50 of Carl Medeiros. And Andy Jankowiak, your top 8 cars. Green flag unfurls, we're back underway as they roll down into 1. And once again, Silk jumps out front, down the backstretch. Trouble for Sharon off of 2. He spins it down to the infield.
Keeping an eye on him from the flag stand, and they are going to have to throw the yellow for that white number 7 car on the back straightaway. So back to yellow. Reminds me of the old days. Modifieds in 60s and 70s. He travels everywhere. Alrighty, son of one of the all-time great modified racers. Back to green we go. Does Woody have anything for Silk? Down the back straightaway. Lots of side-by-side competition as they complete another circuit.
Silk takes over back where he left off at lap number 44 with Pitcat sitting in the number 2 spot, but the battle is for third. Hirschman up on the outside, trying to wind it up towards the top of the field. He has Swanson right behind him. Now remember, Swanson had fallen back quite a ways, but he's been able to make up some ground and works the outside, takes a spot away from Rocco, puts Old Blue into the podium on the top 5.
And Hirschman's going to be drawing the interest of everyone here because that bright red number 60 is on the move. Getting closer and closer to the halfway point as they come off the number 4 corner. Let's see who else is going to turn it up a quick here as they work down the back straightaway. Anybody else got anything for up the front?
Chuck Osfeld is another one working that second groove as they come off of turn number 4. That red and black Randall Motorsports machine working the outside of Jankowiak off of turn number 2. They race wheel to wheel. Behind them, Calvin Carroll and the 66 of Caution Ash trying to work their way up through the field.
All right, next time by out here, Josh Manfredo is going to cross those sticks and tell them, hey, guys, we're halfway. 50 down, 50 to go. Now we're probably going to really get a show.
Well, if you've been saving anything, it's the time to roll out the dice as they hit turn number 3. Your leader crosses the stripe. 51 laps up on the board. Russ Hersey starts to go to work right away on Keith Rocco. Settles it in back behind. That's the battle for 6th and 7th.
Swanson comes right up behind Cecily through 3 and 4. Keep an eye on that. The youngster in Old Blue trying to get up and along the side of that number 27 to contest for the position.
Austin Koshinash takes the spot away from Horsfeld, works himself up into the 10th position after pitting just a few laps ago. He's been able to make some noise. He's got Calvin Carroll following him right off of 4. Chases down the 573 of Jankowiak as Silk is about to put the 48 -1 to the leader.
Trying to get Johnny Kay down out of the way as they go into the turn here. Kay is staying up a little high here. Silk's trying to figure out what he's doing.
Hard hit. 2 cars on the front stretch.
Kirk Alexander is one.
And for $10,000 to win. Matt Swanson trying to put Old Blue back in victory lane here at Seekonk Speedway. They roll off of turn number 4, up on the throttle. Green flag unfurls as Murphy tries to hang with Swanson, and he stays even down into turn number 3.
They go through that 3rd and 4th corner, down the straightaway. Matt Swanson leads the lap as they head into turn number 1. Lots of great side-by-side, Nerf bar to Nerf bar stuff through the corners and down the back straightaway. Another trip around, and here they come down the front chute. Caution Ash is right there in the 66. What an impressive run. The driver of car number 66 right now in the 3rd spot. He comes up and he says hello to Murphy.
Settled right in on the back bumper. Meanwhile, you've got a pair of 25s racing all together. A trio of them, Carroll, Roby, and Williams. Williams to the inside of Roby, down into 3. He's got Tommy Barrett hot on his tail off of 4.
Right behind Williams is Barrett. We'll keep an eye on that. 2 hotly contested battle is going on. Nice run by Tommy Barrett as he goes to the inside. Well, a lot of people would like to see Barrett nail this thing down here tonight, or for that matter, finish in a good solid spot as he got by the number 25 with a great run off the corner.
Settles into the 7th spot right behind the 25 of Roby, right in front of the 25 of Williams. He breaks up the trio down the backstretch. All of a sudden, here comes Les Hinckley. He takes a look to the outside of Roby. They roll off of turn number 4 with Ronnie Silk hot on his tail down through turns 1 and 2.
Still keeping an eye on the number 9, the number 25 as they come up on cars in front of them. Nice run going by Roby, the son of a New Hampshire driver. This guy has not been racing modifieds very long. I think 3 seasons he's been running it, but he has befriended, become a real good friend with Matt Hirschman. He's bought a race car off him, and that purchase, they developed a friendship. He comes down and he goes down to PA and helps out Matt when he can. He goes to races that Matt is running at that he can help him out. And they've got a pretty good friendship going, and he's done a nice job for a guy that has not got a lot of seat time in the modified, and he is in the black number 25 right now, and he's rolling right in front of the 25, the red car of Williams. Goes to the inside, and Williams puts a move on him.
Roby was trying to hold off the 9, and that opened up the bottom lane, and Williams just shot right by to take over the 6th spot. He goes to work on Calvin Carroll down on the inside.
Williams is cranking it up a bit here as he's gone by 2 cars, 3 cars. Now he goes to the inside of Carroll's. He rolls right by him on the inside. So now Ronnie Wallace, keep an eye on that red number 25, hunting down the leaders on the front straightaway.
Matt Swanson continues to set the pace. When they come back around, there'll be 30 circuits, 10 miles from here to the checkered flag. Murphy still sits second. Third is Koshinash. Fourth is the 573 of Jankowiak. Carroll sits fifth, and all of a sudden here comes Barrett up to 6th as he slides by Carroll. Deep in the pack, they are fighting for every inch. Watch the battle behind Padno. Look at Silk chasing up the racetrack. Here comes Rocco down to the inside. 3 wide deep in the pack as they split the 7 of Sharon as Hirschman worked the outside.
And Russ Hersey was part of that 3 wide. What a move going into turn number 3. And Hersey, he's dealing with Hirschman on the outside. So that's going to be good and fun to watch. The New Hampshire guy taking on the Pennsylvania driver.
And right behind the Connecticut driver of Ron Silk. But up front, it is Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New York. Your top 4 cars. Matt Swanson with 25 laps remaining, trying to use the no pit stop strategy, leads the charge with 25 to go. Second place to Rob Murphy. Third is Austin Koshinash. Jankowiak sits 4th. Williams rounds out the top 5. Johnny K about to go another lap down as Russ Hersey jams down to the inside of Ronnie Silk. The magic that Silk had earlier on has gone away, and he now finds himself backsliding as Hersey gets by. So does the 60 of Hirschman. The 6 sliding by as well, and Ron Silk is off the pace. He goes around in the middle of turns 1 and 2.
Wow, what a difference, huh? Time makes in this sport.
If I had to guess, he had a tire going down.
The future stars of Seekonk. All right, here they come. Josh Manfredo turns them loose. Green flags in the air. Matt Swanson's got his hands full.
Down into 1 and 2. Karshinash was trying to make a move down on the inside as Jankowiak got caught up top. They were almost 3 wide across the stripe, and all of a sudden, Ronnie Williams finds himself 4th in the running order. Austin Koshinash up into the 2nd spot. Williams down underneath Murphy down the backstretch.
Lots of competition trying to get to the front here off the number 4 turn. Tommy Barrett's on the inside. Runs right up through that 1st and 2nd corner, giving chase. Side by side, I told you earlier, keep an eye on Ronnie Williams. Williams has turned up the wick.
And he is all over Karshinash down the backstretch, down to the inside.
Yep, he is making a run for the front. As he goes to the inside, yellow is out, and we get a car around over in the corner.
Ronnie Silk in the 50 around again off of turn number 2. Austin Koshinash shocked the world here tonight. They come off of turn number 4. There's a green flag and a drag race down into turn number 1.
Side-by-side action ensues out of the number 2 corner. Look at the jam up over there. They get back on the hammer. There's trouble out there. Wow.
Trouble down into 1.
Yep.
Hinckley goes around.
Whoa!
Oh! That all started on the outside of the front row.
It did.
And what we call the accordion effect took place. If you were paying attention, Austin Koshinak in front of him. Getting ready, brings him down at a very slow pace. Winds it up off of 4, gets a good jump, and tip-tail down into turn number 1.
There goes Williams to the inside of the 66 car, down the back straightaway. They're inches apart, and they're all over the back of Old Blue out of turn number 4. Tommy Barrett up top. Through the first and second turn, he goes by Murphy. Here comes Tommy Barrett.
Takes a look to the outside of Murphy, now looking to get into the top 4. That's not where he wants to be. He's got 4 cars in front of him. That's where he wants to be. Down the backstretch, Swanson continues to hang on. Trouble off of 2. The 22 slows up. He gets it refired, and Hosfeld gets him back underway.
Hosfeld not having the night he was hoping for. He's going to be heading out to Lancaster, New York for a special event up there tomorrow. Meanwhile, out here going into turn number 1, Swanson's keeping the Williams back there so far.
Well, the laps are winding down, 15 remaining. In trouble for Roby in the 25. Some sparks coming off the right rear of that machine as he's going to come to a halt right here on the front stretch and draw the yellow with 15 laps remaining. Top 5, Holdridge, Carroll, Patnode, Hirschman, and Rocco, your top 10. Green flag is out. Looked like Swanson may have spun the tires just a tick. Williams trying to hang on. Koshinak trying to get down on the inside.
He certainly is, and he's right there. He's got the nose of that 66 to the inside. The 25 car. Murphy's coming along nicely up top alongside Tommy Barrett as they battle down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
14 laps, make it 13 as they cross the stripe. Barrett now up to 4th. Sets his sights on the silver 66. Look at Williams. Take a look down to the inside of Swanson. Swanson shuts the door.
Modified racing at its best here tonight at Seekonk Speedway. It's a famed racetrack, and we are seeing what is going to be remembered as a great race here tonight. Here's Williams to the inside. He's looking over Swanson. That was Swanson that went to the Saugus, Massachusetts garage last week to help get the motor out of that car before they arrived from Loudon. He actually jumped over to go to the Saugus garage to help get that motor out before they arrived to start the process going for them.
And while they're racing side by side, here comes Barrett in the 9.
Wow.
Right up on the tail. 3 cars, trouble off at 2. Jankowiak is around, and that could be the saving grace for the 3.
20 of the original starters still on the Speedway, and that's a quick count.
90 laps up on the board. Matt Swanson jumps up on the throttle. Tommy Barrett doesn't come up to speed, and here comes Koshinak down to the inside.
Williams is right on the back lid, looking to the inside, heading into turn number 3. Inches apart as they come off the number 4 corner, making a bid for the lead here. Matt Swanson trying to hold on the outside. Down the back straightaway he goes as the lead going into 3.
Off the corner they come. Side by side. Swanson again edging. Barrett trying to close back in the gap as Ronnie Williams slides ahead of Swanson. He'll lead lap number 93.
As they come off the number 4 corner, now it's going to be Swanson trying to pick away at car number 25, like the 25 did to the number 3. But look at the black number 9. Don't count out Tommy Barrett. Barrett's right up behind Swanson. He wants to try to get to the outside, can't do it. He pulls in behind Swanson, and Swanson opens up a little bit of a lead on him, but the number 9's right there.
Trying the crossover move off of 4. There are 5 laps to go that time across the stripe. Matt Hirschman starting to come to life, but a little bit too late. Barrett down to the inside of Swanson. Squeezes down to the inside.
He certainly does. Nerf bar to nerf bar out of the corner. Tommy Barrett is actually in the second place going across the start-finish line. He's got the number 2 spot.
And trouble off of turn number 4. Rollins goes around. And ladies and gentlemen, the ball game is not over. He can roll as Williams brings him down at a slow pace. They hit the box. Green flag is out. They touch down at the turn number 1. Barrett hangs tight as they come off of turn number 2.
And Swanson's right there. Another great finish to a modified race here in the Northeast as they come out of the turn. And down the straightaway, Tommy Barrett tucks it in behind the number 25, Williams. Now, here comes Matt Hirschman. Hirschman's coming alive. Might be a little bit too late. 2 laps to go as they come down the front straightaway.
2 more circuits, and Tommy Barrett has got to throw the bag of tricks out the window. He's got to go and go now. The Ivory Silk high in the air as they come off of turn number 4. Williams, Barrett, Swanson, your top 3. Here comes Barrett to the inside off at 2.
He's going to take a look downstairs. Not going to happen there. He's right into the back of the 25. The checker's out. No harm, no foul. And again, the number 25, Ronnie Williams, is going to win a big cash prize here tonight. 2 weeks in a row for the driver of the number 25, Ronnie Williams. $5,000 last Sunday afternoon with the MRS race in Loudon. And tonight, $10,000 here from Seekonk Speedway. And another great sanctioned race by the Tri-Track Open Modified Series as Go With The Fly. The number 25 is going to be in victory lane here tonight for the presentations. Great run by Tommy Barrett for the runner-up spot in car number 9. He's got to be pleased. Of course, he'd like to be a few feet ahead here where the number 25 is. And Matt Swanson really putting on a great show, a great run here tonight in Old Blue. Old Blue's going to end up with a podium here tonight at Seekonk Speedway. The voice of Seekonk Speedway, Kevin Boucher, is going to make his way down there and get a few words with our top 3 finishers in the 2019 presentation of what has become one of the top modified race.
Our third place finisher, Matt Swanson. And how about it, ladies and gentlemen, his first open wheel Wednesday win. How about a round of applause for Ronnie Williams? Ronnie, congratulations. Welcome to Seekonk Speedway Victory Lane. What a race.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We got a little loose around the halfway mark, and we were one of the first guys to pit. And just slowly worked our way up there. A lot of guys pit around probably lap 60. And it was a great race with Matt and Barrett. Matt's been driving the hell out of that 3 car, and his is definitely going to come soon on the tour. And it's just awesome to be a part of these guys.
Been a pretty good week for you. 5,000 up in New Hampshire, a great run there. Tonight, 10 grand in the pockets. Pretty good week.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how good these guys are. I mean, they went back to the shop, worked their butt off until 2:30 in the morning. They told me that every 10 minutes today. So hats off to them. This is their win. I'm just fortunate enough to drive the car.
Not bad. Well, how does it feel to finally get one of these Wednesday shows with the $10,000 check?
Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's only my second race in the Tri-Track, and we had a good run at Claremont the first time. And coming here and being a solid car all day and being there at the end, and I'm just happy we got the victory.
Congratulations. Welcome to Seekonk Speedway Victory Lane. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our top 3. Matt Swanson finishing 3rd, 2nd place